Your Excellency, Mr. Sokhan, Deputy Prime Minister of Cambodia, honorable judges, honorable court prosecutors, Mr. Tony Krant, Acting Director of Administration of ECCC, Mr. Knut Rosenthal, Deputy Director of ECCC Administration and Coordinator of Assistance to the Khmer Rouge Trial, Ms. Patricia O'Brien, UN Legal Counsel, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your warm welcome. I have followed your work closely and with a keen interest, and as have many others around the world. My legal counsel, Ms. Patricia O'Brien, after having visited this chamber last April, gave me a full report on your work. I must tell you that she was full of praise for your dedication and professionalism. And so now it is a pleasure and a privilege to be here myself. From my first day in office, I made the fight against impunity a top UN priority. Accountability, justice, and the words, never again. After having visited Rwanda Genocide Memorial, I resolved my firm commitment and wrote in the guest book the word, never again. I have sought to make these touchstones of my tenure as Secretary General. Your work at this court is vital to that mission. Each of you, regardless of your job title or level of seniority, is helping to advance that cause. You do extraordinary work under extraordinarily challenging circumstances. The international community attaches tremendous importance to your work. It is almost impossible to describe what took place in Cambodia during the 1970s. It is essential, fundamentally important, that we insist on accountability for those shocking crimes. As a young person at the time, I was horrified. The sheer scale of the killings, the torture, and incomprehensible inhumanity. That is why I'm so strongly committed to supporting you. I emphasized this in my meeting this morning with His Excellency Prime Minister Hun Sen. We discussed the need for this court to receive the full cooperation of the Cambodian government. There should be a complete respect for its judicial independence. I underline the United Nations support for these important principles. As with all of the UN-assisted criminal tribunals, it is not possible to try all offenders at every level of responsibility. Nevertheless, putting the senior Khmer Rouge leaders on trial, even 30 years after, is itself a powerful message. A message that impunity will not be tolerated neither by the people of Cambodia and their government, nor by the United Nations and international community. Already, this court has important achievements. One milestone is the conviction and sentencing of Kaing Guek Giv, known as Doik, to 35 years in jail for crimes against humanity. This victory is significant, not only for the many thousands of people who died or were imprisoned in Tuol Sleng prison, but also for survivors everywhere. They can see justice being done. Cambodians want to see justice done. That is why 31,000 people personally attended the trial, and many more watched from afar. It also showed the wish of the Cambodian people and government to bring a sense of closure and reconciliation to this harrowing chapter in their history. The indictment of the foremost senior surviving leaders of the Khmer Rouge for genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and offenses under the 1956 Cambodian Criminal Code is another landmark. This is a significant moment for the ECCC. Beyond all doubt, the court has shown that it is capable of prosecuting complex international crimes in accordance with international standards. Honorable judges, honorable co-prosecutors, ladies and gentlemen, the ECCC has a unique structure among the UN-assisted tribunals. It is a Cambodian court fully within Cambodian jurisdiction, yet it has international participation and assistance from the United Nations. This is a source of strength, but it also brings challenges. It is only natural that these parallel structures lead at times to differences of opinions and approach. This is why the agreement between Royal Government of Cambodia and the United Nations lays down procedures for dealing with such problems. The ability of the court to resolve them through an independent judicial process free from political influence is one of its greatest assets. Many of you may be worried about the financing of the court. Let me assure you that the United Nations is working with government and the principal donors to ensure that this work can continue uninterrupted until the completion of the court's mandate. I have appointed a special expert, Mr. Clint Williamson, to assist on all matters related to the ECCC. He has visited Phnom Penh twice and has traveled to capitals in Asia and Europe in pursuit of funding. We are also trying to build on the outcome of the funding conference here in Phnom Penh in September.